Hi, welcome to chapter 7. It's the last part of masonry chimneys. I'll talk to you soon.
A steel-formed fireplace is a type of masonry fireplace constructed using a steel shell or steel form that acts as the interior mold for the firebox. Instead of laying firebrick to build the firebox walls, masons install a pre-shaped steel form and then build the masonry chimney around it. This system was developed as a way to speed up construction and reduce the level of skill needed to shape a traditional firebox and smoke chamber. The steel form creates the firebox shape, while masonry is then placed around it to complete the structure. These fireplaces became popular in the mid-20th century, especially between the 1950s and 1980s, during periods of rapid residential construction. Builders liked them because they dramatically reduced labor time. Instead of building a firebox from firebrick with precise angles and joints, the steel form created an instant firebox shell. However, these systems were not designed with long-term performance or serviceability in mind. Over time, their weaknesses became well known throughout the chimney industry. One of the biggest problems with steel-formed fireplaces is that they rarely provide access for proper cleaning. The steel shell creates sealed cavities behind and around the firebox that are not accessible for sweeping or inspection. Creosote can accumulate in these voids, and because these areas cannot be reached with standard cleaning tools, the buildup becomes a serious fire hazard. In addition, if debris, soot, or animal nesting material accumulates behind the steel form, there is no safe or practical way to remove it. Another major issue is that these fireplaces are extremely difficult and very expensive to remove or repair. The steel form is installed first, and the rest of the chimney structure is built around it. This means that accessing or replacing the firebox requires dismantling a significant portion of the chimney. Homeowners and contractors often do not realize this until a repair is needed, at which point the cost can reach many thousands of dollars. The history of steel-formed fireplaces is tied to the widespread recognition that masonry chimneys are prone to leaking, especially when crowns, flashing, or bricks deteriorate over time. When water enters a chimney that contains a steel shell, the moisture becomes trapped between the steel form and the surrounding masonry. Steel corrodes rapidly when exposed to moisture, and rust will begin forming on the firebox walls. As rust weakens the steel, it can create holes or thin spots that allow heat to transfer directly into surrounding wood framing, creating a severe fire hazard. Furthermore, rust expansion can cause the steel form to warp or push against the masonry around it, cracking bricks, distorting joints, and damaging the smoke chamber. A rust-damaged steel form also flakes internally, leaving sharp edges and weakened surfaces inside the firebox. Because of these inherent risks, steel-formed fireplaces are now widely regarded as problematic, high-risk chimney systems. Wood stove inserts became especially popular during the 1970s energy crisis, when homeowners were looking for more efficient ways to heat their homes. The idea was simple: take an inefficient open fireplace and improve its heating ability by installing a cast iron or steel wood-burning stove inside the firebox. Although the concept made sense, the early installations were notoriously dangerous because they were rarely installed with proper venting systems. One of the biggest issues was that the opening of the wood stove insert was much smaller than the opening of the original fireplace, yet the chimney flue serving the fireplace remained the same size. Most masonry fireplace flues are much larger than the exhaust outlet of a wood stove. This mismatch created a severe drafting problem. Flue gases left the stove through a small outlet, but immediately entered a large, cold, oversized chimney liner. The large flue cooled the smoke so quickly that creosote condensed rapidly along the liner walls. This caused heavy and dangerous creosote accumulation, and during the 1970s and early 1980s, thousands of chimney fires were directly attributed to these installations. Because of this problem, building codes evolved. Today, wood stove inserts must be EPA certified, which ensures cleaner combustion, higher efficiency, and reduced emissions. Just as important, modern codes require inserts to be installed with a direct connect stainless steel liner that runs from the stove to the top of the chimney. This properly sized liner keeps the flue gases hot, improves draft, and dramatically reduces creosote formation. A wood stove insert without a direct connect liner is considered unsafe by modern standards. The smoke will still enter an oversized flue, creating the same creosote buildup problems that plagued installations in the 1970s. For this reason, Any insert lacking a full stainless steel liner should be recommended as non-use until it is upgraded. This is not only a matter of efficiency, it is a matter of fire safety. A freestanding wood stove is a highly